Hello YouTubers. This video is just a quick video really, just to explain why I do refeeds and what are the benefits of doing a refeed and what it involves basically. I'll just give you a bit of information about myself. I've been probably in a calorie deficit, so under my calorie maintenance, for probably about 5 or 6 months now, but I've had odd weeks where I've eaten a little bit more. But yeah, roughly about 6 months I would say. And the reason I do refeeds, as you get leaner and leaner, your body wants to hold on to more to the fat that it's got left. So what it does, how it does that, is by slowing your metabolism down and not releasing a hormone called leptin, which basically regulates your metabolism. So a way to kind of spike that leptin and spike that metabolism basically, and keep it running high and make sure that it doesn't, because you can cause some serious damage from dieting from a long time, because it does reduce your metabolism significantly, which basically means your maintenance is lower, which basically means you have to be in more of a deficit and less calories to lose more weight. Well, you don't want that, especially when you're working out with intensity. You want to be getting a good amount of carbs, a good amount of protein, and the only way you can do that is by having higher calories. But if you can lose weight whilst being higher calories, then it's definitely beneficial. So basically what I do, the leaner you get, the more you should do refeeds, but at the moment I do it like once every 10 days probably. And basically I'll show you, this is a refeed for me today. I'll show you my MyFitnessPal. So as you can see here, focus, there you go. So as you can see, so Monday the 1st of July, meal 1, that was my breakfast this morning, pre-workout. You've got some skim milk in there, some Scottish oats, some apricots, and my protein. As you can see, the macronutrients there: 80 carbs, 54 protein. Not a great amount of fibre, but that's not too bad, but 80 carbs. The next meal, that's my post-workout meal there, which I explained before, there's a video on. This is my next meal, there's my next meal, and there's my next meal. So altogether, as you can see, massive amount of calories, nearly 4,000 calories, nearly 600 grams of carbs, 236 grams of protein, 55 grams of fat, which is quite low, and I'll explain that in a minute why that is, and 61 grams of fibre. So basically, sorry about that. Yeah, so basically, the reason I'm doing this is you want to spike your leptin, which regulates your metabolism. Now, to do that, you need one crucial macronutrient, which is carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are the only macronutrient that really spike that leptin and really increase your metabolism. Your body goes, oh, I'm getting a bit more calories. It's very intuitive, your body. Your body's like, oh, I'm getting a bit more calories now, you know. I'll spike my metabolism up and it'll carry on burning. So what you need to do is, to do that, is you need to eat a lot more carbs. Now, roughly, I would say at the moment I'm on 2,000 calories a day, and I would probably have about 200 carbs around there. Now, for example, today I'm having 600. Now that's gonna send my metabolism, my body into overdrive. That's gonna be like, what the hell's happening? And it's really good. What a lot of people have noticed, Eric Helms, people like that, Matt Ogus, they've all said that if you're in a calorie deficit and I'm sticking around 182 pounds at the moment. I'm not really losing any more, but I'm still in a calorie deficit. If you're getting to around there, spike your metabolism, spike it with carbohydrates, not fat, keep the protein high, keep the fat low. Because the reason you do that is fat doesn't have to, you know, if you're looking to lose fat, then you eat a lot of fat and you're over your calorie maintenance, you're going to put that fat on very easily, because fat doesn't have to transform into fat, it just goes straight into the fat stores. So what you want to do is keep your fat low, your carbohydrates extremely high. It's 3 times more than I usually take in, that 600 carbs. Keep the protein high, keep the fibre high, and keep the fat low, basically. Now, the problem is now, what I'll say is, a lot of people think, oh, a refeed day, I'll go out and eat a pizza, a massive pizza, chips, ice cream, etc., etc. The things that you've been craving whilst you're cutting, basically. That is not ideal at all. The reason being is, like I just said with the fat, you have a pizza, yes, it might have 300 grams of carbs in, 250 grams of carbs, which, yes, is a lot of carbs in just one meal, which is fantastic, but it also comes with a lot of fat. An average pizza might have 80-90 grams of fat in it. Now, that's far too much fat to be taking in when you're in a calorie surplus. Because, like I said, fat doesn't have to transform into fat, it's already fat, so it just goes into your fat stores without even having to do anything. So you want to keep, so this is why people don't see the gains from, some people anyway, some people who got down to a T, they see the gains, but people who just see a refeed day as a cheat day and a day they can eat what the hell they want, they're not going to see the same kind of benefits from just keeping the fat low, keeping the carbohydrates high, and keeping the protein high, obviously, as always. Just one final thing I will say is that try and get your carbohydrates from whole foods, potatoes, brown rice, whole grain pasta, whole grain bread. What else have I eaten today? I'm having a malt loaf, which is really good in carbohydrates, low in fat. Rice cakes, obviously, chickpeas, beans, things like that, fantastic. Try and stick away from fructose, and the reason, which is fruit basically, and the reason you want to stick away from fructose is basically it doesn't spike the leptin as well as other low GI carbohydrates. You can eat high GI carbohydrates, so you can eat the sugars. Like today I'm having like 200 grams of sugar, which is a lot, but it will spike it because it is a carbohydrate that will spike it. But you don't want to be getting it from fruit because it doesn't have the same influence on your leptin as it does with the other carbohydrates. So yeah, basically, if you're doing a refeed day, keep your fat low. Don't eat as much fruit. It's one day that I'll say don't eat as much fruit. And keep your carbohydrates extremely high. If you can times them by 2 or even 3, fantastic. Keep your protein high, your fat low, and you won't go wrong. But like I said, the leaner you get, I'm probably about 12% body fat at the moment, maybe 13, probably 12.5. You get to 10%, you're probably going to have to be doing refeed days twice a week, twice every 7 days, to really spike that leptin, because your body, the leaner you get, the less fat you get in your body's like, I want to keep it, I need it to survive, etc., etc. It's very intuitive. It wants to basically make your body run as efficiently as it possibly can, and the best way to do it is by having reserves just in case. You don't know if you're going to get trapped in North Pole, Alaska, you never know. And that's an unfortunate thing. If you are shredded and you are down to 10% body fat, fat kid's going to last longer than you are, but you look better when you die. Anyway, see you later. Morning guys, it's going to make my first meal of the day today, which is porridge. Weigh out 80 grams is what I usually have. There we go, perfect. I then have 200 mils of skim milk, so that should go to 280. There we go, just over. And then I have 300 mils of water. And then I put that in the microwave for around 3.5 minutes, stir it, and then 2 minutes. So we're back when it's ready. So now the porridge is ready. It's still quite runny, but obviously with the whey protein, it soaks some of the liquid up. So I've found that if I have it too dry and then put the whey protein in, then it makes it even more. It makes it like paste. It's not very nice at all. But yeah, I mix this up. It does look fantastic, but it does taste really, really good. It's really filling, and it's a great pre-workout meal. It's meal number one. So I'll show you the finished product. So there we have it, guys. Pre-workout meal. I've just added some dried apricots, the organic ones, because the normal apricots are obviously orange, but that they're pumped with colours and sugars, whereas these are, as you can see, brown, but they taste just exactly the same. Yep, and there we go. High protein, high carb, low fat pre-workout meal. So here we have the post-workout shake. I'm making it before I go to the gym because my gym's about 40 minutes away, so I wanted to make it so I can have it straight after the workout. I've got 100 ml of milk in there. I think on a refeed day I have a lot more carbohydrates post-workout, so I think I've got about 40 grams of Nesquik in there, which has got loads of vitamins in it and loads of dextrose, which is what you want. And I've got 40 grams of protein powder. And I'll be having that straight after the gym with 5 grams of creatine, which I just take orally. Yep, so there we go. The post-workout meal is coming next. Cheers. So here's my post-workout meal. We've got 150 grams of dried whole wheat pasta, a whole tin of tuna, and a whole tin of sweet corn, and a little bit of extra light mayonnaise. All together, I'll show you the macronutrients here. Zoom in. So meal two, as you can see, altogether it's 1004 calories. You've got 150 grams of carbs, you've got 11 grams of fat, 66 protein, 18 grams of fibre, 14 grams of sugar. Great post-workout meal, especially on a refeed day. So yeah, I'm going to go and enjoy this now. See you later. Yep, emptied the pan. It was a lot harder than I imagined, but yeah. Excuse me. Yep, post-workout done. Not used to all these carbs. Finding it really hard. So here we have meal four. What this consists of is sweet potato, chickpeas and shredded chicken and some mushrooms and some chilli. Great filling meal, loads of carbs. And the final meal of the day is a whole malt loaf and 5 Weight Watchers Belgian chocolate slices. Fantastic.